On average, we eat 10 kilograms of chocolate per person per year, and that's just in the UK alone. We've come to a newsagent to find our favourite bar, the Wispa. So, we looked around, but we couldn't find the Wispa.
We actually haven't seen it for quite a few years. It's been a few years. I think it's probably discontinued. Yeah, it was in the late 90s, wasn't it? The last time I saw them.
Do you remember them selling in your shop?
Not in this shop, no.
Yes, I do.
Can we remember Cadbury's Wispa?
Yes. I have no idea.
No, I've never even thought of it actually. And to answer all these questions, we had to come back to where it first started, Bourneville, Cadbury's World. Cadbury introduced their first bar in 1905. This was the Dairy Milk. In 1983, a favourite mouth-watering chocolate bar was introduced, the Cadbury Wispa. It had a velvety texture and in the advert was described as indescribable.
No, I'll tell a lie. Amazing. What say we keep this just between the two of us, eh? What say you buy your own, eh?
It just wasn't meeting the needs. It wasn't meeting the expectations of what people wanted. They like the aerated chocolate, and that's essentially it's chocolate with bubbles in it. But somehow it didn't quite meet what we were looking for. Wispa was just one of the chocolate bars we had on sale, and we had the Crunchy, obviously, the Boost, Wispa bar, as I mentioned, and the Caramel bar. Unfortunately, it's quite expensive to keep marketing each one of those with separate marketing campaigns. So what we tried to do was to create, we tried to take those bars which weren't selling too well, like Wispa, and create advertising campaigns which encapsulated all of the various varieties underneath the Cadbury Dairy Milk brand. So that's why you don't tend to see Cadbury Caramel anymore. What you see is Cadbury Dairy Milk with caramel, and you'll see Cadbury Dairy Milk Bubbly, and Cadbury Dairy Milk Standard, lots of different Cadbury Dairy Milks. That way you can advertise the product under Cadbury Dairy Milk, but then you don't have a separate campaign for each one, which is extremely expensive. If you were looking for a Wispa, effectively what you've got is a bar of Cadbury Dairy Milk Bubbly. It's the same, only it's just better chocolate. I think it's unlikely that we'll be bringing the Wispa bar back, I'm afraid. I know a lot of people like the name, they like the bar, but it's just uneconomical to keep producing so many different types of bars of chocolate and try to expect them to stand on their own in the marketplace. Never say never, everything's possible.
So there we have it, the Wispa bar was replaced by the Dairy Milk Bubbly. Yeah, it's alright, but it don't taste the same. Bring back the Wispa!
We want it back!
We want it back!
Yeah!
Cadbury's Wispa! Woohoo!